is Jack Reese. You want to listen to the things about boxing? Don't miss LadyChann. Get on those podcasts.
In the building.
Hey guys. So I was watching Eddie Hearn's interview with IFL and yesterday now, and you know, it was talking about the round robin is in the building. The 4-man tournament is in the building. Now that I say that, it could be out of the building. Because you know what? There's two different stories. Eddie Hearn has said one thing and Malik Scott has said another thing. We'll get to what Malik Scott has to say. Anyway, stand by. Let's watch what Eddie has to say. Stand by.
You know, I'm geeking out. You know what I mean? So we'll see, man. We'll see. We got some options, as you all know. Some very, very, very big options. You know, the talks of the Usyk thing. You know, we'll see. You know, that can possibly happen. You know, Ruiz is always on the menu because of the connection, the PBC connection. There's a few things. There's a couple guys, but a lot of people be wanting to know who Deontay fight. So who is Deontay going to fight? And I always say, well, he's high level boxing. He's big time boxer. So it could only be 1 to 3 guys, maybe. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like Deontay, in my opinion, since the level that he's been on now, he's never fought a Franklin. Like he doesn't go that. I ain't gonna say that. I wouldn't say that low because Franklin is a very good fighter, and I call him like one of the best blue collar style workers of today's boxing. So I'm not saying low like Franklin is nothing, but I'm saying as far as the numbers and contender wise, like Deontay isn't looking to fight those kind of guys.
About
like, you know what
potentially a multi-fight deal being on the table from Saudi Arabia, where that involves Wilder and Joshua, Fury and Usyk, and then the winners fight each other next year, which all sounds ideal. So what can you tell us as Deontay's trainer about that?
That right there, Saudi Arabia, to me, is the threshold of opening up what boxing really is about to be on a high stage in extreme, incredible revenue. Like the doors that they're opening up, not just for boxing, but entertainment-wise, is remarkable. And I'm on the inside of the meetings. Deontay has me sitting right next to him when we go in these meetings.
Well, that sounds fantastic. And as I said, the one that Deontay is being linked with is Anthony Joshua. Does that whet your appetite, Malik?
Big time. That's really, if you ask me, that's the only fight I want for Deontay. If we could get Usyk, of course, because he got the belts. You know, I'm fully with that. I believe that's a 6-round fight, under 6-round fight for Deontay. But I'm very, very big on Deontay fighting Anthony Joshua. I believe that it's good, not just for boxing. It's good for so many reasons. And it's a treat.
It's good for your bank balance.
Treat to society. It's a treat to culture. It's a treat to not just boxing culture, but there's a kid.
Then Eddie said this. I don't know. Stand by.
Okay. Right. Let's talk about more rumours in the world of boxing. Right, before I talk about this next rumour, I do want to kind of add a little bit more to it, which I've learnt about today, actually. So Simon Jordan comes out on TalkSport last week and talks about, this is kind of coincided with Joshua's post he put out about him not fighting till December, which we'll come on to. Simon Jordan has put out the idea, due to his sources, that about this kind of tournament style going on potentially in December in Saudi Arabia between AJ and Wilder and Fury and Usyk. Malik Scott has done an interview with IFL today, which will be out actually by now, by the time this goes out. He said that there is truth amongst those rumours from Wilder's side, that there has been discussions. So can you make comment on that rumour that Simon Jordan put out last week?
Yeah, only that. There's been no negotiations for that fight. There's been a mention of it in terms of that's something we'd like to look at. For AJ, one thing's for sure, his big fight, and it will come in the Middle East, will be in December. And that will be Tyson Fury or Deontay Wilder. That's what we're planning. I will be going out next week to meet people to discuss AJ's fight in December. There is definitely conversations that have taken place of plans where people would like to host Fury against Usyk and AJ against Wilder on the same night. It's going to cost a lot of money, but would be epic. And we will have those conversations. I'll wrap in the July situation now. Our focus is to get that mega fight in December over the line. There is no official decision in terms of whether AJ would fight in July. Some of that may come around the deal or the decision or the completion of that fight in December. I would quite like to see him fight. I think he would like to fight in July. But right now, he's not in camp.
So Malik Scott basically saying that they're in negotiations for this Anthony Joshua fight. I bet you would love to fight Joshua. You've always wanted to fight Joshua, you know, because you want that money. Why Deontay Wilder is ranked number one with the WBA, not the WBO, all of a sudden. I would have thought him, as he's saying, to be two-time heavyweight champion of the world, was going the WBA route to fight Alexander Usyk. But you know the liars are in the building. This is coming from a guy that took a dive into the building and then he was taken out of the building after the dive was over. So, you know. Now, let's just address what Malik Scott first and foremost said, that, you know, Deontay Wilder does not fight Jermaine Franklin's. No, he doesn't. He fights bin men. I just can't believe Malik Scott has said such a statement as that. We all know, I'm not even bothering to do a deep dive on Deontay Wilder because it's mad shallow. It's like you dive in and you bust your head in the building. We all know Deontay Wilder's resume is pathetic. Even as a champion, he fought people that were unranked. Out of 10 title fights, he chose 8 voluntaries versus Anthony Joshua's 1. And that was Andy Ruiz. Stop. Tyson Fury, a multitude 2. Schwartz's, Pianettas. We got Washington's, and who else have we got? Duapas. I can't even pick names off Deontay Wilder's resume because, no disrespect, they're nobodies. They're all journeymen. So no, if you had a Jermaine Franklin on the resume, I mean, it would make your resume like as a non-champ be a bit more feasible. Like you could have someone that's but you've had less than Jermaine Franklin as a champion. So I'm not sure where the lies, the capping is in the building. Lies are always in the building. When it comes to Anthony Joshua, the jealousy it escalates the building. It's a jealous building. Gosh, give it up. Listen, you want to fight someone that can give you the bag. Someone that your client based his whole profile on bashing someone with no intention to really fight him, to gain his stock. Without Anthony Joshua, we wouldn't have a Deontay Wilder. And Deontay Wilder came out in the Klitschko era. He came out in the Klitschko era, and Joshua fought him, and Deontay Wilder didn't. The evasion was in the building. The strategic choreography of his career has danced his way into the building. It's a choreographed building. You was managed by the same person that managed Klitschko. It was a Shelly thing called Bill Dizzin. He said, Deontay Wilder was a why, Bill Dizzin. So let's just stop the cap with talking about Anthony Joshua's resume because he's got the best resume in the heavyweight division thus far. We have to keep going through this. Deontay Wilder's resume needs to be exhumed. It's like a dead body, and it's like, oh, maybe should we have a look at this again? Should we dig up the body again? Go through all that problems, dig the body up and be like, nah, put him back in. It's dead. cause of death was still the cause of death. Sorry, we thought there was something else. No, just didn't fight anybody. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. Now, I'm one to say, like, I would fuck off Fury and Wilder because they're just tossers. Because, I mean, AJ, he's tried, doesn't he, to fight these fucking idiots, and numerous times, and it just goes wrong. The person that presents the money can't be the one that ducks. Can I just say that, please, to you dumb motherfuckers? But would I like to see them fight? Yeah. So, you know, as a fight fan, it's whatever. So I'm with it. But it just seems to be a bit conflicted. Eddie Hearn saying, you know, well, we ain't been in negotiations, and then we've had this one thinking he's fucking Hugh Hefner. Well, you know, Deontay, you know, we're in negotiations. Deontay brings me to all the meetings, you know, and do one. So I don't know what's going on. You know, I wouldn't really listen to the geezer that, like I said, dove, like his name was fucking that Olympic diver. What's that geezer's name? He was a bit of, forgot his name. Daly? Yeah. Malik Scott. There's tens in the building. So, yet again, this happens, and it's down to Anthony Joshua. The reason why this happens, because he opened the gateways, as he did to the rest of the heavyweight division, and opened the gateways for y'all to come through to Saudi Arabia. You lot didn't know about Saudi Arabia until Anthony Joshua was the ambassador. Bars. Yet again, he feeds all of you losers. So you're going to have to respect his authority in this one. Yeah? As much as you think you're the superstars. So we would like to see this fight, so I don't know which it is, what's happening, if it's, you know, in negotiations, not in negotiations, just a whisper. But like Eddie said, Joshua will be having a mega fight. He did say they would like it to be Fury or Wilder, but negotiations haven't started yet. Malik. Anyway, I'm gone. Hey girl, it's LadyChann, rep nonetheless. Combats with Chan. Gyan. These cappers, man. These Olympic dive artists score tens in the building. Gyan.